ako teziyamba muntu n'omu naddala abasuubuzi abatakola magoba mu kiseera kino.
Ekyo kibuuzo si kyange mabaziba ebitabo akusebwa yeggwe nange so bwekibuuza nti abaziba ebitabo tukosebwa tutya oba wejjeemu takisi eriwo okulungamya nkola byanfuna mu ggwanga so nze naawe so sigamba nti nze accountant nze mubaziba ebitabo naye gwe munnayuganda obeera otya mu
olina okubanga okoze hoteri ya $1 million obeera munnayuganda nga tulaba bannayuganda batono nnyo abagenda okuteeka abalina $5 million okuteeka mu hoteri. Ekitegeeza nti etteeka eryo ekikulu tewali we linaagasa abalina $5 million bagagga tebeetaaga buyambo obwo abeetaaga obuyambi tebaziweza. Ekitegeeza nti etteeka bwe libeera ly'okukola liyambe bali
akakiiko ka palamenti akakola ku by'ensimbi n'ebyenfuna mu kiseera kino kali mu kuwuliriza birowoozo okuva mu bantu ssekinnoomu oba ebitongole ku nnongosereza palamenti zeeyagala zikolebwe naddala mu mateeka agateekawo emisolo egiriwo omuli omusolo ogusalibwa ku ssente omuntu z'ayingiza ogwa Income Tax Amendment Bill 2026, omusolo ogukwata ku stamp oba Stamp Duty Tax Amendment Bill 2026, omusolo gugibwa ku bintu ebikozesebwa ebya bulijjo ogumanyiddwa nga excise duty n'emisolo emirala. Abakungu mu bitongole okubadde ekyabannamawoteeri oba Uganda Hotel Owners Association, ababazi b'ebitabo wansi w'ekitongole kyabwe ekya CPA, abatambuliza ssente ku ssimu mu kampuni zonna ez'ebyempuliziganya n'abalala n'ebitongole ebirala bonna bavumiridde ennongosereza mateeka agaliwo agateekawo emisolo gino nga bagamba tewali bwe giyambira bo n'omuntu owa bulijjo.
And as financial institutions, we do what we call the matching concept. We shall only borrow money if there is somebody we are going to lend to. Okay? And when you borrow foreign currency, and this particular law is passed as it is today, the lender or the person providing liquidity will give us two options. Either one, he increases the interest rate.
Land-based casinos employ people, averagely 200 people per casino. We have about 8 or 9 land-based casinos, and those are about 2,000 employees. So when you want to, if you impose this tax, you are basically shutting down the
ababaka abatuula ku kakiiko kano abamu bakkiriziganya nti waliwo ebirumira mu mateeka gano nga n'ekikulu ebitongole bino bulijjo okusaayo ennyo essira n'okunnyonnyola abantu baabyo naddala bakasitoma ku misolo gino n'enkola yaagyo okusobola okwewala okukuba.
If this goes on, how do you think we can affect? Because someone will build a racket and put 3 floors on top as a hotel and then take.
I have just restrained myself from speaking about this for fear of being conflicted because I belong on the other side. But like the way we are actually addressing the Minister of Finance, that probably need consult. I think also the Hoteliers Association has really not done so much consultation. Because when you look at the kind of membership that you have, and when you talk about, for example, that $1.5 million, $1 million, you have got members who actually, whose investments are quite low, but they are born into areas where you, the slightly bigger ones, are free to go. And these play a very, very important role as far as the portion of tourism is concerned and all that. So in my view, actually we need a classification. And you look at a particular group that is probably 100 kilometers away from the urban areas and maybe 200 kilometers. And this
is something which has happened in the last few months. This is collectible. I think all we want is a reasonable amount. Whether we have reached 1.5 or what, I think what is important is what is reasonable. And in terms of distance, I know when the Honorable Kateshuko was there were in the URA, there was an issue of what incentives based on distance from Kampala and things. It was very controversial. So you have that issue of a hotel which is nearer to Entebbe or nearer to whatever.
All of us are excited about AFCON. What happens? Hotels are built. If all these tax issues are hanging around, beyond AFCON, the hotels will be empty. So that's something we need to think about. Second is URA. URA has to widen the tax base. The minute you become compliant, they come after you again and again. So that's something URA has to be. Yes, they will come morning, they will come in the afternoon. Sometimes in fact you say, why am I compliant? So I think this message has to go through this whole. Yeah? Absolutely, absolutely.
Ye Amos Kankuna sendibwa kakiiko k'ebyensimbi kano asuubiza ebitongole bino nga bwe bagenda okwetegereza ebirowoozo byabwe ate balabe bwe babiteeka awamu mu nnongosereza zino olwo ebbago eppya lifulume ng'ebirowoozo byabwe biteereddwamu.
The reason we give these our stakeholders to come and engage with us is, for example, what Katish is asking. Do your associations engage finance for you? The other round, does finance engage you in these processes? As you are aware, this is a parliament of the people. That's why we attach a lot of importance in interfacing with you. So I would like the detailed discussion to remain internal when, after receiving your opinion, we can only ask them for clarity so that when we retreat into our detailed engagement internally, we are able to interrogate. But for clarity to understand where they are coming from, let's throw those questions for clarity, like Katish was asking.
Akakiiko kano kakyafuna ebirowoozo ku nnongosereza zino naddala ng'eggwanga lyetegekera okusoma embalirira yaalyo mu mwezi ogw'omukaaga ogw'omwaka guno.